So you have Stacy McCall, who was a beautiful model who hung out with the goofy crowd. And you have Suzie Streeter, who was the popular girl who dated the bad boys. Those were the jeans. You would just take some scissors, cut a hole in it. Oh my God. And look at her hair. Her hair is everything. That's so late 80s, early 90s. All she's missing is the big hoop earrings with her name going in cursive across it, or the chain with her name going in cursive across it. Who remembers that? If you hear me, holler. And we have Sherrill Levitt, the hairdresser. So we have Stacy, Suzy, and Cheryl, also known as the Springfield Three. I call them the S3. Stacy McCall was 18 years old in 1992. She had hopes and aspirations of going to Missouri State University. Stacy's mother, Janis McCall, described Stacy as funny, bubbly, and spacey. So they would always call her Spacey Stacy. And not to toot my own horn, toot, 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 pat my back. Ding, 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 ding. But I was pretty goofy and spacey in my day. Yet I was still in. So it was a good balance, almost like the seesaw effect. You know, you feel me? If you feel me, say hey. Now let's let the story of the Springfield Three's disappearance begin. So now we have Stacy McCall and Suzie Streeter. It was June 7th, 1992, and hours earlier, they just graduated Kickapoo High School. Okay, so this was like the late 80s, early 90s, 1992. Caller ID really didn't exist. Actually, to tell you the truth, I remember it came out right around then. I remember specifically that it did. But anyway, everybody wasn't up on that yet, you know. So anyway, here is what happened. Stacy calls her mom, Janis McCall. Ring, 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 ring. Hi, you reached the McCall's residence. How may I help you? Hi, Mom. It's Stacy. Hey, baby. Oh, my God. I'm so glad to hear from you. Is everything okay? How's it going? I'm just so worried about you guys driving all the way to Branson, Missouri this late at night, and I don't want anything to happen to you. You know, I don't know if you guys been drinking or what, but I just don't know if it's a good idea. That's exactly why I called you, Mama. I just wanted you to know that you don't have to worry about anything. We'll be staying instead. We have a change of plans. I'll be staying at Janelle's Kirby's house, and I'll give you a call before I leave for the water park in the morning. Oh, great. I feel so relieved, honey. I love you so much. You have fun, okay? All right, Mama. I'll call you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Bye. Click, click. Okay, so now you get the point. Okay, there was another change of plans. Now, there's a few versions of the story. Okay, I believe I heard Janelle Kirby say a few versions of the story. Janelle, if you're listening to this, I would love for you to contact me and tell me exactly what went on, okay? There's one version where I've heard Janelle state that it was because the house was overcrowded. A lot of family, and I think this is the story that tends to get stuck with till this day, that Janelle Kirby had a lot of family. I don't know what number is a lot. If we can figure that out, I would love to hear it. How big was the house, etc. I would love to know. But anyway, Janelle Kirby had a lot of family come over to the house. And so there was not an awful lot of room for them to sleep. The house was overcrowded. And so Stacy asked Suzy, hey, why don't we go over to sleep at your house? And Suzy says, you know what? I do have this brand new waterbed. You know, great, fine, let's do that. And so they went to Suzy's house for the night. Okay. Now, I'm not sure where this story comes from, because this is the same story that Janis McCall also tells when she does the interview. But she cannot know for sure what happened because her daughter, Stacy McCall, never called her and told her this. She is going off of hearsay, Not saying that hearsay is not correct or accurate, but I believe that when it's spoken, it should have been told, this is the story that was told to me, right? So that we don't count it as facts, right? So I believe that story would have had to come from Janelle Kirby, right? She would have had to tell Janis that, and that's the story that Janis stuck to. That's the one she believed. But it did not come from Stacy's mouth to Janis's ears. Because remember, after that phone call, that was the last time that Janis had ever heard from her daughter, Stacy McCall, again. Okay? So, another version to the story is Stacy McCall was feeling sick, so she decided to leave. I don't know why it matters whose house you sleep at, especially if it's not your own house. If you're feeling sick, you might tend to want to go back home to your own bed. But that's another version. The third version of the story that I have heard, also this one being from Janelle as well, is that they left to go to the other girl's house. And I'm not sure if the police, the detectives, the interrogators actually caught on to what was said. I will play the clips later on during this video, so do stay tuned. But Janelle Kirby states they left. She didn't say Stacy. She didn't say Susie. She said they. So she's meaning two or more people. They. So we're talking about Stacy and Susie. They left to the other girl's house. So they are here. The other girl is here. Who is this third person? Who is this girl that they speak of? Because I know that it cannot in any way be Susie's mother, Sherrill Streeter, whose house it said that they had went to. Their cars are there, so clearly they did go there. But Janelle Kirby states that they, two people, Stacy and Susie, they. So she couldn't have meant Stacy going over to Susie because she said they. They went to the other girl's house. Now, Susie's mother, Cheryl Lavette, it's some reports that said she was 42 at that time. She was not 42. She was 47. You'll hear over and over in certain reports that she was 42. She was not 42 years old. She looked 47 and she was 47. Okay, period. So you're talking about somebody that was nearly a half a century old, 3 years from being 50, which is a half a century old. All right, we can round it up by 3 years to a half a century old woman. Why would Janelle Kirby be calling someone that's nearly a half a century old a girl? Listen, no shade here. I'm in my 40s, okay? So if you guys want to say, oh, she's a half, well and fine. But nobody that's 18 or 19 is going to be calling me a girl. So I'm confused as why Janelle would say they went to the other girl's house. Who is the other girl's house? And particulars are very important in crime investigations because it's those particulars that gets the cases solved. It's all the little things. It's all the little things that you piece together. So they, Susie and Cheryl, went to the other girl's house. Susie and Stacy went to the other girl's house. That cannot be Sherrill Levitt. Sherrill Levitt is halfway to 100 years old. No shade. I'm almost there. Okay? I'm nearly her 47 years old at that time. I'm just stating, who was she specifically speaking of? What other girl? They did not go to Nigel's house. Not Nigel's, who was who was Susie's best friend. Nigel got up in the morning and was calling Susie, couldn't get a hold of her, calling Susie, couldn't get a hold of her, trying to figure out what time they're going to go to the water park. She kept calling until she laid down and fell asleep. It wasn't Nigel, So what is there? It's got to be some missing piece to the puzzle right there. I need everybody to stop what you're doing. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play it.
They said they were
Let's
going
listen.
to the other girl's house and they were going to be spending the night there.
The girls leave the party just after 2 a.m. Cops believe Stacy and Suzy walked through the front door of Cheryl's house on Delmar Street about 15 minutes later.
They said they were going to the other girl's house and they were going to be spending the night there.
The girls leave the party just after 2 a.m. Cops believe Stacy and Suzy walked through the front door of Cheryl's house on Delmar Street about 15 minutes later.
They said they were going to the other girl's house and they were going to be spending the night there.
The girls leave the party just after 2 a.m. Cops believe Stacy and Suzy walked through the front door of Cheryl's house on Delmar Street about 15 minutes later.
The other girl's house.
They said they were going to the other girl's house and they were going to be spending the night there.
Who's the other girl? Comment below. Who's the other girl? So we're just going to go with this story for now. We're just going to roll with it. We're going to flow with it. All right. Sometime in the wee hours of the morning, the plans changed again. The sleepover is so overcrowded that Stacy asked her friend Suzy to stay the night at her house. Suzy said, I have a brand new waterbed. Why don't you come stay at my house and we'll get ready and meet everyone at Whitewater in the morning. Okay. So that's what's said. Now, if you listen to the stories from Janis McCall, if you're listening to this video, I really appreciate it. I really want to help you. I was in grade school or middle school around the same time that this was happening. So, I would do anything for you to, I would want to help in any way that I can for you to be able to get to the bottom of this. I think something that is very critical is that we can't say exactly what happened. We can say what somebody said. If it's coming from another person in a crime investigation, we have to say such and such said, so if someone hears you saying it, if someone hears you saying something and it sounds like this is what happened, they go ahead and they take it as fact, even though it's not, because it's coming from the mother of the daughter who was abducted, who has disappeared, who has vanished without a trace. So we need to be able to connect whatever information was given to the source that it came from. So
after a long night of celebrating, the girls are ready to settle in for the night, but Janelle's house is packed with out-of-town relatives.
Looking back, I wish I'd begged them to stay and not let him leave, and we just would have all slept on the floor together.
Sometime in the wee hours of the morning, plans change again. The sleepover is so crowded, Stacy asks her friend Suzy to spend the night at her house.
And Suzy said, I've got a brand new king-size waterbed. Why don't you come and stay at my house with me, and we'll get ready and go to Whitewater and meet them.
Early the next morning, Suzy's best friend, Nigel, calls to find out when they're leaving for the water park.
I got the answering machine. I left her a message. I hung up and laid back down and waited for her to call me back. And she never called me back.
Morning. They said they were going to the other girl's house and they were going to be spending the night there.
The girls leave the party just after 2 a.m. Cops believe Stacy and Suzy walked through the front door of Cheryl's house on Delmar Street about 15 minutes later. Morning. As they walk toward the house, more signs of trouble.
There was glass on the porch.
A lamppost was shattered. Two friends quickly sweep up the mess and throw it in a dumpster across the street.
They cleaned it off because they knew that Cheryl wouldn't like that.
They knock. There's no Anthony Parks.
She would always pull right into the carport. That's not where her car was. And then I instantly am thinking, was somebody parked in the driveway? Was somebody already there?
Now, Janis said it looks like nobody's left in the bed, but look at the bed. So sad. So coincidentally, Cheryl had an older son named Bart. Bart of Springfield, should we call him? So Bart and Cheryl had a challenging relationship. Bart would like to drink a lot and, live a certain lifestyle. And Cheryl was just like, you know what? You have to follow my rules or you have to get out. So Bart decided to get out. There was a time frame that his little sister, Suzie Streeter, did go live with him for a while, but when she came home one night, he had been drinking and they got into a little altercation, a little verbal altercation. And so Suzie Streeter went back to live with her mother, Sherrill Levitt, and, they just disconnected with Bart during this time. So Bart was also listed as a suspect. So another suspect was Susie's recent ex, Dustin. They had broke up once Susie realized that Dustin was part of a grave robbing gang who recently broke into a mausoleum and sold gold teeth and tried to pawn it. So Susie was utterly disgusted by what happened, that she broke up with him. So with a upcoming court date a few months down the line, Susie's friends believed that Dustin may have wanted to get rid of her. So he was also listed as a suspect. Another suspect in the Springfield 3 case is Robert Cox, and this is why.
I know that they're dead. I'll say that.
Robert Cox was once convicted of murdering a woman in Florida and had been in Springfield, Missouri at the time of the disappearance of the Springfield 3.
Robert Craig Cox could charm anyone, and apparently he had told her that if the police came out, she was to say that.
About a year later, still incarcerated in Texas, Cox gives an interview about the 3 missing women to a Springfield TV reporter.
I know that they're dead. I'll say that. I know that.
That's not a theory.
Yeah, but I know that I just know that they're dead. I believe that a person who did this had experience, knew what they were doing. I believe that the 3 missing women are buried close to Springfield.
It can either be a combination of just wanting attention, or it could be that he actually has some involvement in it. But he obviously enjoys the fact that people were contacting him and spending time looking into him as a possible suspect.
happened in the case of the Springfield 3? Okay. There's death. There's death in this situation right here. I don't know if you can see the cards real well, but it's my death card, right? Seven of Cups, the bottom is showing that it was multiple people involved as far as who passed. It was an attack. It was not just an attack, that was part of it. Yeah. They got offered something. It's like, you see the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, they were drugged. Yeah, they were drugged. Yep. Confirmation. We have the Eight of Wands. I don't know if you can see this good. The Eight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and if I put it here, yeah. The Eight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So they were drugged. Where were they drugged? That's how they got out the house. They were drugged. Show me more. I'm also seeing an invasion. Clarity on the shadow side card. Sorry, this is getting deep. So they were drugged. It could have been possibly, hold on. Clarity on the Seven of Wands. Clarity on the Seven of Wands. King of Cups, they drugged them. Yeah, most definitely drugged. He put something in their drinks. Somebody put something in their drinks. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, like whatever type of date, rape, drug, or something that was going on during that time frame, they got it, they drank it. That's why you're not seeing any type of getting confirmation. That's why you're not seeing that's why it didn't look like a fight. You know. Were they drugged? Were they drugged? Yep, there they go. Drinking from the glass. All three. The Springfield 3. At the bottom of the deck. This is the drugs. They drinking from the glass. All three. And here's this Knight of Swords. It could be somebody that was a Gemini that was involved in this. Could be. Not 100% on that part. 100% on they were drugged through drinks. Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Yeah. They're almost, it's like a withdrawal. It was like a date rape drug. And then they just carried the bodies after. Carried the bodies out after. They are drugged up. You see? They're out of it. It was easy to scoop up the bodies after. It was 9 of Swords. It was easy to scoop up the bodies after. Who did it? Who did it? Words are coming to my head, but the Fool. Yeah, this person is in jail or has been in jail. This person is a prisoner. Yeah, right. After 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, High Priestess. Ooh. Black magic. So, wait on it. So, though somebody acted in this and did this to them, to the Springfield 3, this person is more than likely in jail or a prisoner or was arrested at some point. Right? So, although we have a lot of questions for Janelle, yeah, 5 of Swords. Yeah, this is the 5 of Swords right here. So, yeah, this person is in jail. We have the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. He is known for something, whether good or bad. He is, the popularity that he has, he's like infamous, to quote unquote, depending on your level of what is well known, right? Or who is well known. This is prison. This person's in prison. So although I'm not gonna go into detail about that again, but yeah, this person's in prison or was in prison. I think they're still in prison, but how did it originate is the question. Some people were wondering, was it one of the suspects originally, before he got off the list, was Susie's ex, Dustin. Now, Dustin's friend, who was part of the grave robbing gang, he was into black magic, okay, into witchery or sorcery. And I'm not saying that it's him, but somebody that was into black magic actually put something out. Yeah, this High Priestess here. Someone put something out for the death, or for, let's not say death, okay? So we have the bodies, or we see them. I don't want to do that to the family. But someone put a spell out there. I clearly see. Someone put a spell out there for the abduction. And, well, they did a spell to want to cause death and a disaster in a situation. Someone did a spell. Now, that doesn't put them... See, you can do something and your hands can be guilty and free of that same thing. So the person who did this black magic is not the same person who did the abduction physically, the physical abduction, right? They're not the same person. But someone put it out in the universe for this to happen. By any means, by any source. And so there was an open road there for somebody to come around and somebody to, they let, without knowing, whatever spirit used them and fill them to complete this purpose and the request of the person who did the spell. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Let's clarify. Clarity on the high priest. Clarity. Yeah, this was most definitely about it. That's how it initiated. Okay, that's how it initiated, through a spell. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And the person's in jail. So someone did a spell requesting to harm the death in the final days of the Springfield 3 for whatever ulterior motives you may think of. And I know exactly what that is. Whether you figure it out, you can type it in the comments. I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together. But there was a spell that was cast for the death of certain people, and it played out through a person who was not aware of the spell. However, the person was being used in the spiritual realm to fulfill the purpose of this abduction, and this person is now, was in jail. Let's see if they're now in jail. Is the person still in jail who did this abduction to the Springfield 3? Are they still in jail? It's Stacy McCall, Suzie Streeter, and Sherrill Levitt. Is the person still in jail? Is there somebody that's in Aries? I'm not saying that there's their sign. When I call a sign, it does not necessarily have to be that sign, but I'm picking up also energy of an Aries, a very, oh, the person in the tower. This tower. Or this Emperor here. This is a very strong person. Also could be an Aries. Also could be a self-employed. This is a soldier with the 10 of Swords. The Death card. So it's a strong sense that the person is in jail, could be serving life, with that death card there, could be on the death penalty, may have been considered for the death penalty. And where are the bodies? We may have to do a part 2 in this case. Where are the bodies of the Springfield 3? Where are the bodies? So the bodies are outdoors. It's not inside. Oh, I keep seeing this person. That's good. Okay. Where are the bodies? Where are the bodies? So remember, the person who has abducted the Springfield 3, it's a great sense that they're in jail. If they're not in jail, they have been to jail. Okay? So that's some clues to work with. If they're not still currently in jail, they have certainly. That is 100%. Are they still in jail? I'm getting... So it's 100% that the person who has done this, it's 100% that, I'm seeing, and I'm not God, so I'll say 99%, 99.9, that they've been to jail, period, before. Okay? I'm at 95% that this person, I have the full energy that this person, if they're still in jail, they have been in jail for or have been considered for murder before. They may also be on death row. If they're not on death row, they've been thought of being put on death row before. You know, it was considered in the sentencing. And what else? Where are the bodies of the Springfield 3? Where are the bodies? Okay, getting outside. It could be water or near a tree. I'm gonna have to come back for a round 2 of this, where I'll go deeper into this. As far as whether or not they're under a garage, I'm not feeling that. Let me ask. I know another psychic had stated that they were under a garage. And are the Springfield 3 under a garage? I know this video is long enough, so I want to give you guys a break, and I will come back sometime for a round 3 with a deeper, detailed reading on the Springfield 3. Are the Springfield 3, Stacy, Cheryl, and Suzy under garage? What type of garage was it that it was said that they were under? I'm getting somewhere close to a jail. Maybe. I'm getting the temperance or some type of legal institution. Temperance, the justice, the 5 of swords, the 6 of pentacles, and the tower. Might be water, but either way, they're close to some type of institution. Could be very well close to a jail. Wait, let me see. We're gonna have to go deep on this to see if it's a hospital, it's a jail, or what it is, but it's feeling really like we're gonna get deeper in this because we gotta find these people. All right, love and light. I'm out. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Hey, my lovely people, don't go anywhere yet. I have something to say. If you are wondering if the family of the victim in today's broadcast has any type of foundation, organization, website, or GoFundMe account, check out the description box. If I have it, it'll be detailed below. If you want to show me and my channel some love and keep videos like this coming, then go ahead and show some monetary support. Don't hesitate to show me love. I have my PayPal and Cashapp link below. If you want to know how you could get thumbnails like I do for my channel and create them with no experience at all, then go ahead and check out the description box. I have it linked below. If you want to know how you can get background music for your channel like I do for mine without having to worry about copyright infringement, guess what? Yeah, I have that linked in the description box below. Love and light. Thanks for being here.